4 years ago, I went into a wheelchair after having a series of mini strokes where I lost the ability to be able to speak, the ability to be able to use my right arm or my right leg. During that time, I kept asking God exactly, how, Lord, can you use this? How can you use me? And what felt like ages to get an answer. See, God always answers our prayers. Sometimes it's a yes, sometimes it's a no, and sometimes it's a not right now. What God was doing was grooming me to be able to know and trust and rely on Him. When I can go out and speak, I can use my testimony, the things that have happened to me over the last 4 years. I can use that as a way to show how God is so good to us, how God is always listening to us, and how God is always willing to use us if we're only willing to do His will and not ours. Prayer to me is something that is so important in our walk with God. In fact, it's probably one of the most important things, second to reading God's Word in the Bible. For me, prayer was something that was taught to me at an early age, where we learn our basic prayers, prayer for bedtimes, prayer for mealtimes. And growing up, I used to believe that prayer was something that was just so rigid, something that was so the way that you had to talk, the way that you had to come to God. It was later in my life, in my walk with Jesus, that I realized that prayer was simply talking to your Father, a loving Father, and just being able to open up and speak to Him. If you look at Jesus in the Bible, in the New Testament, in the Gospels, Jesus is recorded 25 times going away to pray. Jesus was constantly withdrawing from everyone else to go off and pray to His Father and just to talk to Him openly. You can even look at his prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane before He was crucified, or telling God, let it not be my will, but your will be done. But he listed his concerns. He was being honest with God, who already knew his heart, but he was being honest to his Father and saying, Lord, if this is what it's going to take, God, if this is what it's going to take, Dad, if this is what it's going to take, then let it be your will. And that's what has really impacted my prayer life.